Swattam bhrito me jathere na. Swattam bhrito me jathere na natha. Swattam bhrito me jathere na natha. Swattam bhrito me jathere na natha. Katham nu yasyodara etadasi. Katham nu yasyodara etadasi. Katham nu yasyodara etadasi. Vishwam yugante vatapatra ekaha. Vishwam yugante vatapatra ekaha. Shete samaya shishuranghripanaha. Shete smamaya shishuranghripanaha. Sattam vrito me jatarena natha. Katham nu yasyodara etadasi. Vishwam yugante vatapatra ekaha. Shete samaya shishuranghripanaha. Sattam vrito me jatarena natha. Katham nu yasyodara etadasi. Vishwam yugante vatapatra ekaha. Shete samaya shishuranghripanaha. Sattvam vrito me jatarena natha. Katham nu yasyodara etadasi. Vishwam yugante vatapatra ekaha. Shete samaya shishuranghripanaha. Saha, that very person, Tvam, you, Vritaha, took birth, me, Jatarena, by my abdomen, Natha, O my Lord, Katham, how, Nu, where, then, Yasya, of whom, Udare, in the belly, Eta, this, Asi, did rest, Vishwam, universe, Yugante, at the end of the millennium, Vatapatre, on the leaf of a banyan tree, Ekaha, hello, Shete Sma, you lay down, Maya, possessing inconceivable potency, Shishuhu, a baby, Andri, your toe, Panaha, licking. As the Supreme Personality Godhead, you have taken birth of my abdomen. Oh my Lord, how is it possible that the Supreme One who has his belly all the cosmic manifestation? The answer is, it is possible. Or at the end of the millennium, you lie down on the leaf of a banyan tree just like a small baby and you lick the toe of your lotus. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you have taken birth from my abdomen. Oh my Lord, how is that possible? For the Supreme One, who has in his belly all the cosmic manifestation. Answer is that it is possible. Or at the end of the millennium, you lie down on the leaf of banyan tree, and just like a small baby, you lick the toe of your lotus feet. Yes, Supriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. At the time of dissolution, the Lord sometimes appeared as a small baby lying on a leaf of a banyan tree, floating on the devastating water. Therefore, Devahuti suggests, your lying down within the abdomen of a common woman like me is not so astonishing. You can lie down on the leaf of a banyan tree and float on the water of devastation as a small baby. Therefore, it is not very wonderful that you can lie down in the abdomen of my body. You teach us that those who are very fond of children within this material world and who therefore enter into marriage to enjoy family life with children can also have the Supreme Personality of Godhead as their child. And the most wonderful thing is that the Lord himself licks his toe. Since all the great sages and devotees apply all energy and all activities in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord, there must be some transcendental pleasure in the toes of his lotus feet. The Lord licks his toe to taste the nectar for which the devotees always aspire. Sometimes the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself wonders how much transcendental pleasure is within himself, and in order to taste his own potency, he sometimes takes the position of tasting himself. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, but he appears as a devotee to taste the sweetness of the transcendental mellow in himself, which is tasted by Srimati Radharani, the greatest of all devotees.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Sattam Rito Me Jathare Nanatha Atham yasyo dara etadasi. Vishwam yugante vatapatra ekaha. Shete samaya shishurangripa. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you have taken birth from my abdomen. Oh my Lord, how is that possible for a Supreme One who has in his belly the cosmic manifestation? The answer is that it is possible for at the end of millennium you lie down on the leaf of a banyan tree just like a small baby. You lick the toe of your lotus feet. Hare Krishna, I hope audio is okay. Taste of service to Krishna. Taste of service to Krishna is symbolically represented at the nectar and the lotus feet of Krishna. Rupa Goswami says that there is so much nectar in the lotus feet of Krishna. He compares it like a honey. When I can taste that honey, and like two bees, like the bees who drink the honey, I just want to stay at Krishna's lotus feet and taste that nectar. Lakshmi is always massaging the lotus feet of the Lord. Always. It doesn't end. There is so much nectar in doing service to the lotus feet. That's called Pada Sevanam. In Archana Vidhi, now we have to train, at least we need 10 pujaris. Archana Vidhi. I'll arrange that everybody can learn the basics of pujari seva. In Archana Vidhi, one of the seva is Pada Sevanam. Lord is standing whole day. My Lord must be tired. Somebody stands whole day, he feels tired, no? Deity doesn't feel tired, but as a seva we do. Deity doesn't need your food. Deity doesn't need you to dress him also. He can do everything. It doesn't need anything from you. But it's like a Lord comes in your hand like a child. Okay, do service. For our own good, become like an apprentice. We do serve the Lord and we learn to serve the Lord in Vaikuntha. So there is one element of deity worship, it's called Pada Sevana. In fact, when the deities are installed, there will be one seva which will start, which is called Shodasa Upchara. 16 items have to be offered. Not, we offer 7 generally. So the small deities, as far as I can see present, we will have Gaunitai, we will have Radha Krishna, and we will also have one Shaligram. Okay, we have 2 sets of deities. So small Kautuka, like we have the Kautuka of Radha Krishna, we may have Utsava, we don't have now. A Gaunitai, Mula, Utsava, Kautuka. That's what happens generally in big temples. The Mula will be the big size marble deity of Gaunitai. Utsava, which can go for festival. Gaunitai can go for Nagar Sankirtan every day. Utsava. I wish some people say in Gaunitai you can have a Nimai of wood also. Many temples have. Even the Padayatra has a very beautiful deity of wood. Very beautiful deity. That we can have. And then Kautuka. Kautuka is small, like what we already have Kautuka Gaunitai. So they get every day Shodas Upchara, 16 things we have to offer. We offer them nice. Bhoga, generally we offer fruits at that time, after Abhisheka. Therefore we need 10 people. We have to dress the Mula, we have to dress the Utsava, we have to dress the Kautuka. 2 sets, 6. Then somebody has to do the Shodas Upchara. And then Shodas Upchara needs so many items. One we are doing Panchamrita Abhisheka, that will be there. And then we massage the body of the Lord with oil, one more seva. Adha Sevanam, one more Seva. Then we offer Dhupa, Deepa to the Lord. So nice opportunity. What I really wonder is that two departments will consume everybody. Almost 10 people are needed for Pujari Seva, 10 for kitchen. हो गया किधर है प्रभु जी वो है प्रभु जी चपाती बना रहे हैं अभी somebody come to but that's how it is in the beginning and if Krishna send more people then we need more departments Shri Radha Govind ki we need book distribution department we need college preaching department a healthy big temple should have at least 50 devotees so that all sevas go properly. Otherwise, it's compromise. Somehow we're doing Pujari Seva, not properly done. The cooking, we have to offer so many offerings to the Lord. Raj Bhoga is really kings. Every we give what? Rice, dal, sabji. वो तो भिखारी राजा का खाना नहीं है राज होगा so it's another thing not easy. So these are all sevas which keep expanding. The first is the deities. Because see, we are building this temple for the deities. है ना? गलती से भी नहीं सोचना अपने लिए बना रहे हैं. We're making for the deities, for their opulence. So they have to be served. And two things directly what is connected to them is deity worship. Even more elaborate, more beautifully. And then we have their cooking, very nice. Then we're trying to make a nice garden for them, beautiful garden for the deities. Anyway, so Pada Sevanam is one of them. And this all is actually Pada Sevanam. Service to the deity is Pada Sevanam. Not that you have to massage the lotus feet upon the deity. Just like it is said, Angri Renu, the dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee. Pada Rajo Abhisheka. Rajo Abhisheka. It is said that when Bharat Maharaj is, both the priests, when Prahlad Maharaj is instructing the father, at that time also he says, take the dust of the lotus feet of the devotee and do Abhisheka of that. What does it mean actually? Dust of the Abhisheka. That is directly, yes, if it is possible. But other thing is that we can try to serve a pure devotee. Try to serve. So similarly, when we live in a temple, we should know we are living at the lotus feet of the Lord. What is a holy place? Holy place is nothing but the lotus feet of the Lord. All the holy places. So when we are serving, so here it is said, Pada, the whole meditation of the lotus feet of the Lord, we are actually getting an opportunity to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. There was one devotee, his name was Pundarik Vidyanidhi. How many people know the pastime? Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi was a very great devotee. He is a very, very advanced devotee. As a pastime, something very funny happened. So what happened? He went to Jagannath Puri and he saw that Lord's turban is made of starched cloth, just like we get dhoti. Particularly when you get cotton dhoti, there is starch in it. If you directly wear it, it will hang like Manipuri clothes are there, like that will hang. And it is transparent if you wear it. You cannot wear it. So what people do is that, before they wear that or before they dye that, they put it in soap and water and they scrub. Now I'm making 3 stones for fix already. Scrub. You have to remove the starch. That's the tradition. But what the pujaris had done, without removing starch, they made the turban. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi, when he took darshan, he thought, what these idiot pujaris don't even know how to remove the starch first. Some common sense they don't have. He felt like that. And then when he went to take rest, he's very pure devotee, it's a pastime going on. We have no business to analyze. Vaishnava, Kriya Mudra, we should not analyze. Just like I was telling you, Arjuna never analyzed Dronacharya and Bhishma. It is not his business. We should also be careful. What we analyze, what we should not analyze. He never analyzed. It's obvious they are doing a wrong thing, siding with the demon. But he is not analyzing. He went for blessing from them. That's not his business. That is for their elders to analyze. Who should analyze whom? So then, where we come to the situation. Idhar the bhai? Pondarik. The Pondarik has no business analyzing the pujaris because they are worshipping the Lord. No service to the Lord can be done without the sanction of the Lord. Nobody can just serve the Lord without his sanction. Nobody can serve the deities without his sanction. Not that some president can decide who will. You cannot do that. Lord's sanction is not that some other idea will come. No. Don't send him. Something Lord will do. I remember long time ago, there was one Mataji who was coming to the temple. She was married, very nice. And evening, previously we had just 3 of us practically. So evening, in fact, in managing Radha Krishna worship with 3 devotees is almost impossible. Still we have not come to the standard. Standards are very high. Okay. So then what happened? We requested on Mataji, she was very nicely chanting rounds and all, that would you like to cook for the deities? She for half an hour thanked the deities to get a chance. And for 2-3 months she cooked, then she became pregnant and then she went away. We never had food like that. 3, 4 sabjis and with the interest. That is called deity seva. There is called Galagraha Arja Vigraha. Example, in our Sampradaya is from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a Govardhan Shila with him. And that Govardhan Shila was wet with his tears. He used to hold that and just cry in intense separation from Krishna. And he had a garland of conch shells. One day he called Raghunath Das. There are 2 Raghunathas. Huh? Which one is it? Raghunath Das Goswami. Same Raghunath or Govardhan Majumdar? Same. So he called Raghunath Das and he gave him that Govardhan Shila and that garland of conch. And Raghunath Das had an austerity that he used to eat personally the food which is so bad that even cows will not eat. So bad. You know, after the Jagannath Prasadam in the Jagannath Puri, if you have gone, there is Anand Bajar, even now it is there. After the Prasadam is sold. And after the Prasadam is sold, what is remaining, they give it to the cows. And the Chaitanya Charita, the cows from Kalinga itself. And the cows eat. And what even they don't eat, that lies there, that is washed away. And it starts rotting. And Raghunath Das will go pick that up, wash it with water very nicely, and then have it. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was stunned by this austerity because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was teaching different things from different devotees. There are so many lessons to learn from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Haridas Thakur taught so many things. Number 1 thing he taught us, how to chant the holy name of the Lord. Namachar. And very, very important lesson Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling the future of the movement. Now Brahma could have been born in any family. Rupa and Sanatan Goswami could have been in any situation. Why they took the position as servants of Nawab Hussain Shah. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could have picked them up from any place. No, correct? They're coming from Goloka, Rupa and Sanatana, and Brahma is our Haridas Thakur. Is also combination of Brahma and Prahlad. Double incarnation. What more do we want? Therefore, in read Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see Nityananda Prabhu, Balaram, all these are, Nityananda Prabhu as Balaram, as a hero. And you can meditate. All personalities are great heroes. In the Gadadhar Pandit, another hero. Haridas Thakur, another hero. Roop Sotasana. The book is full of heroes. We should associate with them. They learn the qualities of a Vaishnava. You see the Haridas Thakur's life, so much to learn. So much to learn. See Rupa Sanatan Goswami's behavior, so much to learn and change our life. They are our heroes. So whenever we get time, we should think, where do I associate? And by that discrimination, my future is made. If I don't know where to discriminate, anyway, so meditating on Haridas Thakur, what is the Haridas Thakur's? Chanting the holy name. When at the time of death, before his disappearance, he was very sick. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Haridas Thakur, he came to know from Govinda that he is not well. Every day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to come to meet him. So Chaitanya came, Haridas, what's your problem? What's your sickness? He said, I am not able to complete my rounds. He said, you can reduce now. You are so old. Just a minute. That is for 192. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Finishing that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So how much we can learn. And also we can, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showing the future of this movement. People from all caste, all creed, all religions, every so-called sect will take to Krishna conscious movement. Richvi che Yatvacha Nagaradi Gram. Nagaradi Gram includes all religions, all sect, all caste, all gender. Sarvatra Pracharava Morana, everybody will chant. Bhakti Thakur also prayed, when the day will come, I should immediately connect, no? Just 1 minute, there is a change here. That's my big number. Bye. Failed. कौन सा आईफोन लिया भाई? Nobody is typing anything. Are you all there? Not there? Okay. Oh, this is also not working. Okay. So lose this. It will come. They are here, you are there, but I am not. It's so spoiled. They put reverse and they push. All spoiled. Just wait. We can see you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Just 1 minute. Yes, it has come. Okay, Hare Krishna. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught to Haridas Thakur so many things, how to be a wonderful Vaishnava. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to again and again say, Haridas, your humility breaks my heart. In fact, anybody who reads Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita, they get stunned by Haridas Thakur. Many people used to tell me, my hero of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Haridas Thakur. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eat somewhere, you say, I will not even eat there, you will eat some far away place. No, I am not going. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, he said, what can I do, my Lord? I cannot even enter the Jagannatha temple. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arranged for him a small kuti. And he never entered Jagannatha temple, but Jagannatha himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every day went to meet him. So very sweet pastime, Chaitanya Haridas Thakur, very sweet. Particularly the disappearance is so touching, so touching. Okay. So another thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught to the Ramananda Raya. Ramananda Raya was total detachment from Maya. Total detachment. It's unbelievable, his detachment from Maya. Can't even imagine. Once there was a devotee called Pradyumna. He had come from Bengal. And he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, can you tell me something about Krishna? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what will I tell you? You go to Ramananda and Allah. I don't know. If I want to hear about Krishna, I go to Ramananda. Really? Yeah, go to him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always glorifies his devotee. So he went to Ramananda Raya. And a servant of Ramananda Raya informed he's very busy now. So what is he doing? He just peeped through. The two girls, he was decorating them for getting ready to do Jagannath Vallabha Nataka. And I got all these books. For curiosity, you can read. I made a library now in the room. 115 books are there always. But I'll see, we don't lose them. One set I got. But study proper books. Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti. Everybody should join this courses. Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta. This is your study. But for curiosity, you want to know Jagannath Vallabha Nataka, you can read. So anyway, so he was arranging the dance and he was training the girls how to dance. So now who can do that? Dressing them, decorating them. So he got totally shocked. So what is this? He came running to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, telling me to hear about Krishna from him. I saw him personally dressing two girls. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, his mind is like wood, cannot be touched. He is the associate of Lord Chaitanya. These are all coming from the spiritual world. Don't worry, go. So it went next day. So Ramananda Raya said, I'm so sorry, I was busy, I could not talk to you. He said, what can I do? How do I serve you? No, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told me to go and hear about Krishna from you. And when a devotee, we are not devotees, we are nothing. When a devotee glorifies Krishna, his heart is full of happiness, like Shukamuni. And Ramananda Raya, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, in question and answer form started opening about Krishna Leela. In fact, we know even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was hearing, tell more, I want to hear. When he used to hear, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to tour of South India, we know Ramananda Raya discussing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tell more, he's talking about Radha Krishna Leela more and more. More you tell, you know something more, please tell more. And then open more, quoting the Shastra and explaining. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so much nectar is to feelings. Like that, he was feeling so much nectar. Prabhupada writes in the purport, the ocean of love of God had started shaking when the description was going on. Arduna Mishra was stunned. And therefore, Ramananda Raya teaches us total renunciation from the sense object in this world. Haridas Thakur, the holy name. Rupa Sanatana Goswami, the glorification in literature. And then, something very interesting. Coming to Raghunath Das, renunciation. Total renunciation from this world. And imagine the person who is eating the spoiled rice washed every day was the son of a billionaire, showing such renunciation. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the Govardhan Shila. So how did he take Govardhan Shila? So it is called, either you can take it as Galagraha or you can take it as Archa Vigraha. The deity worship, दो तरह होता है. गलाग्रह मतलब एक गर्दन में किसी ने भार रख दिया, पनिशमेंट के लिए करते थे ना, बांध देते थे. गलाग्रह, एक और आरती करना है. गलाग्रह. एक होता है अर्च विग्रह. अर्च विग्रह means he felt so fortunate. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew he's the billionaire's son but doesn't keep anything. So daily supplies some prasadam, bhoga for his offering, because you have to take worship Govardhan Shila is also like Shaligram Shila only. You have to offer bhoga to Aarti every day. So he took care with so much care. And he also understood Lord Chaitanya's desire to go to Govardhan and take shelter of Radha Kund. So he went there and he stayed there. Then he developed a desire to develop Radha Kund. And very interesting story happened to Raghunathji. So when he wanted to develop Radha Kund, there was no money. He could have called his father, the billionaire. He would have done it. A few gold coins. He didn't do that. So what to do? So what he did was that he was sincerely desiring. Lord Chaitanya had discovered Radha Kund when he came to Vrindavan. Radha Kund was lost actually. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan, he identified this Radha Kund. In the middle of fields, little water. Chaitanya, this is Radha Kund. So he identified again, and he can do that, he's Krishna. And then Raghunath Das wanted to develop it. Now how to do? He knows that's the holiest of place. Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Instruction, the holiest place in the universe is Radhakund. Correct? Nobody wants to develop that. And there is a person who's very rich, and he goes to Badrika Ashram to give dakshina to Lord Badrinath. And he has landed with his money there, crores of rupees. And the Lord Badrinath comes in his dream. He said, don't worry about me. Lord of Devotee is taking care. One great saint is there by the name Raghunath Das in Vrindavan. Go and take money there and build for him Radhakund. And he did that. All the bank, whatever is there today, Radhakund, Shyamkund was built by this person. Can you imagine? So all we need actually, there is no shortage. We think there is some shortage. We are always saying, there's some shortage is there. Money shortage is there. Wealth shortage is there. I'm not very handsome. That shortage is there. Actually, there is only one shortage. I'm not Krishna conscious. There is no other shortage. We just see here Raghunath Das, he had a sincere desire to build a temple, not to build Radhakund Shyamkund. Rupa Goswami had a desire to build a temple for Govindji. Sanatan Goswami had a desire to build a temple for Madan Mohanji. Similarly, who had the desire for Radha Raman? Who was the famous? Gopal Bhatt Goswami had a desire. Didn't all of that manifest? Didn't it manifest? Gopal Bhatt just at a Shaligram, and he was thinking, how do I dress him? Because everybody was dressing, they had temples and the dressing. I don't have a vigra only. I have a round Shaligram. How do I dress it and decorate? I also want to do. Correct? And then what happened? Next day, Shaligram. Even today it is there. He manifested like a deity. Even to this day, on the back of the deity, they can show the mark of, it's the Shaligram, opened up that mark is there. So there is no, what is only one shortage is there, my Krishna consciousness. There is no other shortage in this world. Nobody can disturb me. If I am disturbed, it is my own stupid mind only. Means Maya, that's all. And what you should do when we are in Maya? That's the difference between Devata and Danava. Like Duryodhana had a problem. He wanted a big kingdom. He had a problem. Why did Pandavas take Draupadi? He wanted her. He had so many problems. But he never went to authority with his problem. And continued to went down, 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 and boom, finished. Correct? Was killed in the war. Karna had problem. He was thinking that, I want to be the greatest Kshatriya. But he approached Parashuram also by telling a lie. Didn't approach an authority, Can you solve my problem? Then ended up in a mess again. Killed in the war. Pandavas had problem, but they always approach Krishna as an authority. Devatas, they get problems. They do have problem. What do they do when they have problem? They approach authority. They immediately go and they go to Krishna. Always. Always. We have in Bhagavatam, when Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, whole universe is disturbed, they go. When Bhudevi Krishna time is disturbed, they go. So Prabhupada said that is the difference between Devata and Danava. Problem everybody gets. It's not that nobody has, somebody is there without problem. But where do we approach? And what is the cause? The cause of the problem is our own weaknesses. Nobody can cause problem to anybody. Problem is our own weaknesses. There is no other problem. When we are convinced of this, we stop fault finding and we start meditating how to purify oneself. Because everybody is protected by his own karmas, and devotee has special protection by the hand of Krishna. That is extra, special protection. Now when somebody is so well protected, just like Prahlad Maharaj, he had no problem. So devotee has no problem. He has full faith Avashya Rakshive Krishna. But if there is a problem, it is my lack of Krishna consciousness. Okay. And when you have problem, sometimes we do have, we don't understand how to solve. We approach an authority. Okay. That is the solution given by Srila Prabhupada. So now the different, Raghunath Das took it like a, what did take it like a? Archa Vigraha, worshipable deity. Okay. So similarly, we have brought Radha Govinda here. So now it should be Archa Vigraha. Are they Galagraha or Archa Vigraha? That is where I am to meditate. How do I serve? How do I serve? That is where our mind should be focused on. That is what will make me advance in Krishna consciousness. And more, Ebe Jas Ghushu Tribhuvana. Let the whole world know the glories. When you love somebody, you want everybody to know his glories. It's like parents, so happy when the child is glorified because they love the child. So when you love Krishna, when you love Guru, you want whole world to know. Now, how many people know the glories of Prabhupada? Very rare. Wherever you are living in your city, out of 1,000, maybe one person also will not be sure. Correct? So Ebe Jas Ghushu Tribhuvana. That whole world knows his glory. So how will we know the glories of Prabhupada? They have to see his books, they have to see his murti, they have to see him being worshipped. Now, actually, honestly, that is not there in our heart. They're not even bowing down. We have seen that even big dignitaries come to the temple and they see Prabhupada murti like they bow down. And if you love Prabhupada, very nice, very nice. If you Ebe Jas Ghushu Tribhuvana, let everybody bow down to him. But Prabhupada says in his prayer to his Guru, my dear spiritual master, actually you are the Guru for the whole world. Some are following you, some are not following you. With all humility at our command, let us bow down to you. That is how we should. But the glories of a pure devotee, glories of Krishna will not manifest unless we advance in Krishna consciousness. It has to manifest. The glories have to manifest. Just like Krishna reveals himself, pure devotees also reveal. Prabhupada there in India, nobody detected him because they were not submissive. Yeyathama prapadyante, therefore these glories were not revealed. Somehow or another, the people became submissive and the glories became revealed of Srila Prabhupada to them. And then they came to know, oh my God, we met a pure devotee. They were feeling so fortunate, so fortunate. So this lotus feet is serving to the deities, serving the Acharya. That is our meditation on the lotus feet. And in this verse, there is something very interesting. In fact, there is a very nice prayer of that. I don't know. Anybody knows the prayer of Krishna on the lotus feet, on the leaf? There is one beautiful prayer. Some devotees sing with so much pleasure. When Krishna was on the leaf and he was, that is his pastime because everybody is, worshipping his lotus feet of Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna, Bhajahu Raimana, Shri Nanda Nandana. So, Abhay Charana. Charana means lotus feet. So he himself says, what is this lotus feet? So when he gets time, when the whole universe is, dissolution, he lies down on a banana leaf which is floating on the water and he's just trying to taste his lotus feet. And Markandeya Muni was given darshan of that. Krishna's, Krishna's Leela is like that, very sweet pastime, and he gets the darshan. So anyway, that's a big story. Baulat, then, okay, who knows? But anybody knows how to sing that? But anybody knows to sing, you raise your hand. Lalita Mataji, do you know that? How to sing that? Oh, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Can you share that also? I made a co-host.
Yes.
Locate, share it and sing. Let us hear.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
In Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, first read the translation, then you can sing. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Is there any translation of this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You read the translation.
With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who with his lotus-like hand catches his lotus-like feet and brings it near his lotus-like face and steals our heart and sleeps peacefully on a banyan leaf. He who gives immortal bliss. With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who after dissolution of the earth sleeps on the middle of leaf of a banyan tree, whose form has neither end nor beginning, who is the God of all, and who is the incarnation of good for all. With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who is a pretty dark color of a blue lotus, whose lotus-like feet is worshipped by all devas and Indra there, and who is the wish-giving tree, blessing progeny to those who pray for it. With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who has locks of his hair falling all over his face, who wears long, pretty hanging chains, who has rows of nectar-like teeth that shine with love, who has reddish lips like the bimba fruit, and who has very pretty, captivating eyes. With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who acts as if he is sleeping after eating butter, sufficient to meet his desire. When Yashoda had gone out after keeping milk and curd in a pot, With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who has got a face like the autumn moon, and who, while he was on the stone in river Kalindi, desires to dance on the food of the snake Kalinga, holding his tail by one of his hands. With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who is tied to a motor, who is charitable and heroic, who broke the twin Arjuna trees playfully, and whose eyes are like fully open red lotus. With my mind, I think of that child Mukunda, who lovingly looks at his mother's face when he drinks milk from her, who is having eyes like the lotus flower, who is the unalloyed form of truth, and who is a God with limitless form.
Yes, Mataji. Now you go to the prayer and sing.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
It's a prayer by Billu Mangala Thakur, है ना?
Yes, Prabhuji. Kararavindena padaravindam mukharavindena viniveshayantam vatasya patrasya puteshayanam balam mukundam manasa smarami balam mukundam manasa smarami Pratyalokan Vatapatra Madhye Shayanamadyanta Vihina Rupam Sarveshwaram Sarvahitavataram Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Parasyamalako Indradidevarchitapada-padmam Santana-kalpa-drumamashritanam Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Lambalakam Lambitaharayashtim Shringaralilankitadanta-panktim Bimbadaram Charu Vishala-netram Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Shitke Nidhayadhyapayodadini Bahirgatayam Brajanayikayam Bhuktvayateshtam Kapatena Suktam Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Kalinda Janta Stita Kaliyasya Panagarange Natana Priyantam Tatpuchahastam Sharadindu Bhaktram Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Ulukhale Baddamudara Shauryam Uttunga Yugmarjuna Bhangalilam Utfulla Padmayata Charunetram Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Alokya Matur Mukamadarena स्तन्यं पिबन्तं सरसीरुहाक्षं चिन्मयं देवमनन्तरूपं बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे हरे बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So nice. Hare Krishna. After a long time, last time I was discussing something, long time, we were in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is the first time I heard, very touching. Anna? Everybody likes? Thank you, thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Namaskaram.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mukundam manasa smarami.
Thank you so much,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Anita
Pranam,
Mataji,
Prabhuji.
thank you so much. It was very good singing, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Very nice,
Thank
Mataji.
you.
Very nice singing. Thank you very much. Hari Bol.
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Mataji. Beautiful.
Very
Please
nice.
thank.
Very nice.
Chalo.